Hello Aquarius, Aquarius Rising, and Aquarius Moon people. This is your weekly astrological and card forecast for the week starting December 12th, 2016. A quick reminder for you guys to remember your monthly astrology horoscopes for December are up. They're on a special playlist on the main channel page. And of course, if you would ever like to get a session with myself, you can always follow the links below or go to integrativemysticism.com. So what is going on with the Aquarius astrology this week? Well, this week, I've been telling everyone, and it's the same for everyone, is going to be almost like its own short story. Its own long episode, its own 2-hour special, I guess you could say, when it comes to, it's kind of like a TV series. And it all starts off in the beginning of the week with a full moon in Gemini, in your 5th house of love and romance. And it's going to be forming a charming sextile to Uranus, currently retrograde, in your 3rd house of communications, but also your relationships with your siblings, your cousins, and your neighbors, people in the neighborhood close enough. And what I see with this angle is there is an opportunity for a lot of you single Aquarians to find love through one of these people. Okay, maybe a sibling's friend, or a cousin's roommate, or a neighbor down the road, somebody moves in next door. There's some kind of love opportunity coming, really close to home for a lot of you who are single, and we may actually see this person quite a bit this week. We've also got this full moon for those of you who are currently coupled, bringing in an opportunity for you and a partner to perhaps actually start updating something about about your home, or the way you guys handle processes with your children, in a way to kind of make some peace there. This is a good angle for people who are looking to conceive and looking to have children as well, or at least, maybe even get a pet. There is an expansion to the family possibly on the way. We've also got Saturn in your 11th house of friendships and social networking, forming a strong connection to Jupiter, now in your 9th house of higher education, your spiritual life, your multicultural exposure, your worldliness. And it looks to me like a lot of this week is going to carry over from some of the energies of last week, and it's going to go all the way up until Sunday. It's just a long event. And you and a friend are most likely, or you could actually make a new friend, or a friend that you already have, are basically going to be getting closer over some kind of joint study program, or maybe even a joint spiritual interest, or even, the last or, possibly some kind of online business, or online maybe writing or communications project. If you've been thinking about going into business with a friend, or starting a website with a friend, or maybe even actually kind of building that kind of platform to make new friends, you're going to notice a bigger payoff happening this week, happening much sooner than you could have expected as well. So it's a very interesting kind of turn of events, a very good time for partnerships for a lot of air signs all around, honestly. Let's drop a card. For your spiritual advice, we do have the card of the Wizard. For your moral of the story, what you need to keep in mind for the whole week. And when it comes to the Wizard, usually this talks about needing to start being real with people that are just not learning on their own. Okay? This can be a tough card to get if you are not the person it's referring to, I'll be honest. Because the Wizard card is basically talking about helping people sort of see the light, see the error in their own ways. And, you may be finding yourself put in a tight spot, where there's a friend or a relative who really wants the harsh truth about why such and such thing won't happen. Why does this person not like me? Why did that relationship not work? Why didn't I get hired for that job? And you might have to tell him or her why exactly. And, that could be sort of a role that you take with a lot of people this week. And you have to do it with love. I guess you don't have to, it would be nice. But it is more important that you actually give that honesty than you give them encouragement to keep hurting themselves, or stalling or blocking themselves. And again, it's a tough card to get. It doesn't necessarily always make us popular, but I think it will make somebody grateful. For your Earth sector, when it comes to your work and finances, we do have the Ace of Cups inverted. A lot of you Aquarian people may be thinking it's time for you to entertain another option when it comes to work. The Ace of Cups inverted can show up where even people who, were happy with their job last month are already out looking and, just looking to look for greener pastures, the next month. And that might be something a lot of you are prompted to do. The Ace of Cups inverted says it may be because we are considering following in the footsteps of another coworker this week. But the Ace of Cups inverted is saying the grass is not always greener on the other side. Not saying that you can't necessarily find new work, but be careful about following people where they go, because what they might think is right for them might not necessarily be right for you. So if you have somebody trying to get you a job, I would definitely say you're better off finding one on your own. On a financial level, the Ace of Cups inverted really doesn't give any bad news or good news, but the Ace of Cups inverted does indicate that if you are waiting on money to be coming to you, whether it is money that somebody owes you, or something that you're asking for, or or a payment, maybe coming from a customer or a client on an invoice, we may see a delay, but not a denial in that payment coming your way. For your communications with air, when it comes to your friends, your relatives, and the others in your life, we do have the Fool card inverted. And again, we're talking about the same thing we saw with the Wizard, that we are going to have to check somebody close who just does not seem to understand why he or she can't get a break. And the reason we're doing this is because we care, because we want to see them get a break. But with the Fool card inverted, it does look like this person is able to see the problem with everything else in the world except for themselves. And sometimes with the Fool card inverted, it can be really hard to open this person's mind, but you're the only friend who's probably going to be brave enough to actually do it. That's why I love you Aquarian people. Dated 3 of you. But the thing is they all ended well. Most of it was like long distance or moving and stuff like that. That's why they ended. But if you're curious, maybe you're not. But with the Fool card inverted, we have to pay attention to where somebody is playing dumb, or just is simply oblivious to some problems they're causing even with other friends and relatives this week. And again, you might be the one who has to just sort of address the elephant in the room. For your challenge this week with fire, we do have the King of Pentacles upright. Now this card is a little bit different. I don't think this is the same person as we saw before, but there will be some difficulty when it comes to finding time with an earth sign, a Virgo, Taurus, or a Capricorn. And I'm seeing this person as a challenge not based on who they are, but more about whether or not they're available, or whether or not you think it's okay for you to be maybe having that one-on-one time with them. Sometimes we might feel like this person we don't know how close we are to this person, if it's okay to just kind of ask to hang out of the blue, even though we are good friends. The King of Pentacles upright usually does show up as a challenge when a person is too damn busy, or when a person is sort of wrapped up in a lot of, and when I say a lot, I mean a lot of obligations or a lot of priorities or a huge to-do list. They can't seem to make time for us for that hangout anyway. I think that it will work out. I think that we will be able to finally get this person on board, but it's going to be a challenge most of the week. And this might be somebody that you do want to catch this week. So, just, hang tight in there. The King of Pentacles has no grudge against you. It's not personal. It's upright. This person's not mad. You're not in trouble. But I think that, again, if they're busy, they're busy. For your emotions with water and your romantic life, we do have the Seven of Cups inverted. This is definitely a good card for those of you who have been looking to narrow down into commitment zone or monogamous zone with a lover or a crush, and some of those dialogues may be happening this week. We have that gorgeous full moon in your 5th house, bringing things to culmination, which is nice. We also have with the Seven of Cups inverted, though, some of you who may have been playing the field will notice that only one person seems to be up to snuff, or only one person seems to be coming back into your life over and over and over again. And even if you have been avoiding giving that person the time of day, or more of your time, it might be a good idea to do so anyway. For those of you who are currently coupled, the Seven of Cups inverted says your partner is actually going to be making a lot of time for you this week. I don't know how you're going to feel if you're feeling like maybe this person is, maybe you wish they had a life because it might seem like they're crowding a little bit, but your partner is showing much deeper an interest and definitely trying to get more involved. Sometimes with the Seven of Cups inverted, our partners can also want to take more of an active participation role in our social lives. Now, whether or not that's a good thing or not a good thing, I'm not sure. It's neutral. But I would definitely say, whether you want them to or not, we are going to have to just kind of give them a chance and, see how they do. So that is your forecast, Aquarius. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate it. And of course, if you'd like to get a session, you can always follow the links below or go to integrativemysticism.com.